Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you, got a hair in your face, and that life is treating you oh so wonderfully and deliciously wherever you are, okay? Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, okay? And I hope that you too are having a super duper and delicious time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you also most deliciously. Okay, so what do we do? Well, I've already done it. So off and then on again. A bit like the lads in London. What was it? Ramadan or something. Anyway, so our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, well, the wind is picking up. It's dry at the moment, but it has been raining. Okay, so if it's raining, okay. So that's really what's going on there. Now, it may differ in other parts of the old UK, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. So, well, let's make a start. So, what do I want to talk about today? Right, number one. Okay, this is the first thing I'd like to discuss, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, I looked on my, because I've changed the name, so I was originally Mia Tarot Virgo, okay? Now, what happened was I decided, as time's gone on, to change my name, okay, to Woman with a View. Anyway, so something said to me yesterday, for some strange reason, I thought, something, I thought I'm just going to have a look, so I typed in Woman with a View, because, I'm not all this flipping technical anymore as what I used to be, my delicious little babies, okay? I mean, it doesn't take me long to learn, there we go, to learn it again, but do you see what I'm saying, yes? Anyway, so there wasn't nothing coming up, so I thought, okay, type in Mia Tarot Virgo, so I did. And then, you see the very first video that I ever did. And then you'll see where it says, to subscribe. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little baby? So, of course, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be delicious, and thank you, please and thank you. And if you do happen to like the video today, if you could please click on the like, and thank you for that as well. God bless you, okay? And thank you for even taking the time to listen, okay? Now then, so I had a look, and so I had one of my videos, which was my latest video, okay, which actually had, 6 views. But when I looked at it, it was saying that it had no views at all. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little baby? So I thought I'd scroll down. And then there's other videos that also said, there we go, no views, when they clearly had views. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So I just thought I'd let you know that, my delicious little babies, yes, so we know what the crack is, there we go, what's going on here, okay? So just thought I'd let you know. Now then, I was talking to a dear lady who lives in the road opposite me, okay? She's so lovely, and her dear husband, they're so beautiful, And obviously, well, it's obvious to me anyway, they've been married for many, many, many years. Anyway, so I happened to ask her, and the dear lady who I mentioned on another one of my videos, my delicious little babies, who very sadly passed away, not even 12 months apart, with her beautiful dear little self and her beautiful dear little husband, and again, they were married for decades. Well, because she was only 53, God bless her beautiful dear little soul, and and her dear husband, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. Well, I mean, he was 57, yes. Anyway, well, she passed away suddenly, and I found out yesterday. Now, it's a heart condition, my delicious little baby, sorry. It's a heart condition that seems to affect more of, there we go, of the older generation, not the younger. So they found that to be most unusual. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? Yes, anyway, God bless her beautiful dear little soul. It's her service, her funeral service on Friday. So, But, I mean, I have to look at this from a different point of view, that, she's at least she's with her dear husband. God bless them both. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, that they're together. Okay. So you know, my thoughts go out. Oh, the wind's really picking up now. Okay. My thoughts go out, you know, to her beautiful self and a beautiful husband, and how dear they were. God bless them. So young. But we seem to be hearing about a lot of this, don't we, my delicious little babies? A lot of the younger generation, you know, that should really be living out for many, many, many years, but it appears that they are not. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But we all know why, don't we, my delicious little babies? Jab, jab, jab. Okay? So anyway, now yesterday I did a healing, you know, for the dear gentleman who I was telling you all about, my delicious little baby. So those of you who even took the time, and thank you for listening to my video, you know, who had that rare cancer. Well, he came and had his healing yesterday. Oh, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. A lovely man. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? Not in that way, my delicious little babies, but a lovely man, okay? And, you know, he had a natter and everything. And, well, he sent me a message this morning, my delicious little babies, to say that he slept like a log. So, oh, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. So, yeah, that was really, really lovely. So, you know, oh, thank you, darling. I'm glad that, you know, that you're feeling, you know, nice and, you know, calm and everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, so that was a really lovely message that I received this morning, my delicious little babies. Yes, because, you know, that's what my healing does, really. You know, sort of calms the mind, calms the body. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And of course, I'm always glad to help, very pleased to help, okay? Because, you know, you can always help somebody, can't you? So that's that. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, so we've got the in Scotland, you know, with this, what's his name? Hamza Yusuf or something, okay? Well, of course, I mean, come on. If anybody doesn't know what's going on by now, I'm just opening my book, my delicious little babies. If anybody does not know what's going on by now, well, I'm sure that they're never going to know, are they? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because, you know, at the end of the day, and I mean, even when you look at him, actually, he's got an arrogance, but there we go, he's got an arrogance about him, hasn't he? Do you see what I mean? You know, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm entitled, I can do what I like. So at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, well, as we very well know, as time, you know, continues in older Scotland, God bless their beautiful dear little souls over there, well, things can only get worse, can't it? That's really, please just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So yes, the things can only get worse, can't it, really? Yes, because it's not going to get any better, is it? Do you see what I mean? I had a police van just a few minutes ago, actually, you know, just before I come on my camera. Police van just drove up, did a U-turn and back down again. So, yeah, there's a, you know, presence. Okay, now then, let's talk about Greece. Now, I've seen another video, actually, only a short video. And what it was talking about is, you know, like the ones who are coming over on boats, you know, these dinghies. Do you know what I mean? And, well, they've been, you know, from the video that I saw, my delicious little babies, well, they've been giving them marching orders. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like, we just do not want you. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. And of course, you know, it's like, do you know what's just come to me, my delicious little babies? It's like when somebody uses the bread bowl. Do you see what I mean? It's like, you know, oh, do you know what I mean? And they try to bring into it about their families and everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. Because apparently on, you know, these boats, there was, you know, like women and children and everything else. Now, of course, you know, Greece, you know, God bless their beautiful dear little soul. So they're flipping had enough, haven't they? There we go. Just the same as flipping everywhere else. Now, nobody has an issue, okay? And I must just stress this point, my delicious little babies. Nobody has an issue if you are coming from a a war zone. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and you genuinely need that help. But this is not what's happening, my delicious little babies, and this is something that has not been happening for years. Do you see what I mean? And this is what for the do-gooders out there, need to understand here. They need to get it into their flipping brains, into their noddles. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because this is what we're up against. So you got the ones who are here, like myself and like others, okay, who know what the crack is, what's going on. Yes, okay? Because we've got to have a circle, circle, circle. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So that's for the ones who know, like myself, yes? But for other delicious little babies, they do not know. And of course, they fall for this shite. It's like, oh, what a shame. And do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But of course, it creates, and I'm sorry to have to, well, no, I'm not sorry to have to say it. It creates flipping problems in all different, in all different countries, okay? Because not all of them are very nice, okay? And even when they come over, and I'm not flipping a racist, right? And if anybody thinks that of me, well, just jog on, move from my channel. I'm sick and tired of saying on my videos, because it's not even a fear. Do you know what I mean? But it's like as if to say, oh, you cannot say this, you cannot say that. Well, I'm going to flipping damn well say it. At the end of the day, right, it's like ones can, and God, God bless the world, there's many different languages and everything. But when you've got certain who come here and they do not want to engage with somebody who is British, no matter what colour or creed they are, do you know what I mean? They do not want to engage with me. No speak English, no speak English. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But they want all the full and, there we go, they want all the full and plenty. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It just sickens me. My delicious little babies, it really flipping damn well does. I mean, I know that I've gone to other countries, do you know what I mean? And I've always been, there we are, I've always been very pleasant. Do you know what I mean? And if there's something that I do not know, whether you're talking to a waiter, whether you're talking to whoever you're talking to, and I just say, could you say that again? I've done that over my decades, you know what I mean? So could you please say that again, so that I can understand or that I can respond. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? In their language, to the best of my, there we go, to the best of my ability. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So therefore, there's no ignorance. The trouble is, when others, some, not all, are coming to all different countries, okay, and especially our old UK, because of our putrid, filthy, dirty scum of governments, okay, and the putrid and filthy who flipping run the governments, right, that we're having a load of shite thrown at us. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Okay? So they're not all nice. And I do not care what anyone tells me. If someone comes up to me, yes, and said, oh, yes, we're all really, really, do you know what I mean? Well, find me one. And let's start chatting, shall we? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? If you've got genuine, like I know genuine, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, genuine Syrian. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes, and a one dear gentleman, actually, when he was in Syria, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, his beautiful dear little family. How I love them so. They're so beautiful and delicious. Well, I mean, he used to work in the chocolates. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, actually, Syrian chocolates would be beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But he used to work in that, and also used to do, university lecturing, and everything. Anyway, he had to leave his country, God bless him, and his beautiful little family, small little family, to come here. Some of his other family members, had to go to other places. Do you see what I mean? One being Sweden. Okay, yeah, there's a lot on that, isn't there? And I was listening about another video where there seems to be a lot of passings there rather recently. Do you see? Wonder why that is. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, the putrid story continues, doesn't it? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Okay. But even if you look at Sweden, And, you know, you've had women, you know, you've had women raped. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's not from one of their own. I mean, I'm not saying that in any country in the world that, you know, that you cannot have one of your own, you know, who, you know, decides to rape or attack for whatever reason that may be, okay? They're clearly very unwell, okay? There we are. But what I'm saying is, I mean, these attacks were taking place by somebody, you know, and some bodies who were not from their country. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I've said on previous videos, you know, like what's going on in Ireland. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's like they feel, for some, not all, that they can come here to our shores, right, and they can just do what the flipping damn well, how, you know, how they like, and that's not swearing. Do you see? Well, they cannot. And as I always say, you know, you've got a right to defend yourself. Which, there we go, I believe in. But of course, because we're trained, or so-called trained, you know, that you cannot look after yourself. And of course, you know, 9 times out of 10, who gets away with all this shite? You know, the ones, it's not the victim, the one who suffered it, it's the flipping other ones. There we are. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? I'm just telling it the way it is. So I'm not saying it's about every single culture, you know, and they come to enter, you know, our country and other countries. I'm just saying that, you know, it's not all a bed of roses, is what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So there's something very, very wrong, sorry, with the blooming system, isn't there? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? That's all I'm saying. You know, and anyone out there, and I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, if you're honest to yourself, you're going to flipping damn well agree with me. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So, yes. Anyway, something else I'd like to talk about. So, it's very rare, like I said, that I will advertise somebody, but I see this as being very important, my delicious little babies, okay, and anybody else who I previously advertised, well, God bless them, I seen them as all being, there we go, most important, okay, which is why I advertised, okay. Now, but I am going to mention this man again, okay, and, you know, I mean, he does get some good guests on, okay, and his name is Richard Vobes, okay, on YouTube, okay. Now, what you're looking for, if you could please type in my delicious little babies, because occasionally I am going to advertise, I have said that, okay, just occasionally, okay. If you please type it in, okay, into our space bar, your rights in 20 seconds, okay. Now, what he's talking about, okay, and who he's talking to is a dear lady, and you know, she's a solicitor, I do believe, okay, and she's explaining, what she's explaining in this is that, you know, when you go to law school, is that you're not taught, do you see what I'm saying, what you should be taught? Do you see? But the reason why I'm saying it, and the reason why my ears went bing, pricked, okay, is because I said on a video some time ago now, my delicious little babies, yes, and I said that if you was to go on to YouTube and just to type in the straw man, okay, the straw man, okay. Now, I've known this a long time. There we are. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But some delicious little babies will not know, okay? So what she was talking about, God bless her, and God bless Richard Vobes, yes, is that, so what they were discussing and what she was saying, it's more or less what I'd advertised. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. It's just explaining things a different way, but the flipping good thing, yes, because you do have some delicious man and woman out there. Not in that way, my delicious little babies, okay? And like I said, I've advertised Richard Vobes, not in that way, okay? But you do have some delicious man or woman out there, yes? And what it is that they have such a way of explaining things, okay? There we go, which is very explanatory. So for some delicious and beautiful little babies out there, this is not hard to understand. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, it's very easy to understand. Well, of course, I sent that video out to everybody in my dog and burn. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but, you know, she's just explaining the better way of how you deal and how you deal with others, how you deal with the law and, you know, different things like this, yes. But she's a really good dear lady to listen, there we go, to listen to, my delicious little babies, okay? But like I said, it's not very often that I am going to advertise, okay, because something said to me just to stop at some point, do you see? And of course, then I looked on another video, you know, who I'm subscribed to. And anyway, so I was looking down on the comments, you know, I was listening to the video and looking down at the comments, you know, because I have a thing about doing that with the little babies. You know, I like to look at some of the comments, do you see what I mean? And, well, what it is, and you've got, like, this dear gentleman, oh, he's beautiful, juicy and delicious. Well, anyway, and he's with somebody else, and anyway, they have their, you know, they're separate channels, but they have the channel together, okay, where they discuss, do you see what I mean? And somebody had put, when I looked yesterday, okay, and somebody had put, oh, you know, well, I find myself looking more at your channel now on about who, you know, I was listening to, you know, rather than the other one. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Anyway, to me, it's all about, anyway, I was really tempted, my delicious little babies, to put a comment there. And to be honest with you, it would not have been a very nice comment. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because I actually happen to really enjoy, you know, listening to the videos. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? No, I think they're both wonderful. Do you see? So, you know, just to put that, I just thought it was really negative. There we are, really negative. Do you know what I mean? When others are there on a daily basis, okay, to help others and to help others to understand. I mean, please do not get me wrong. I mean, there's on occasion, we can all have flipping negative moments, can't we? Do you know what I mean? I mean, nobody's exempt from this. Do you see? I mean, I can have a few flipping negative moments. Do you see what I'm saying to you? My delicious little babies, yes? But with me, it's just more, there we go, if I even say it, frustration. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because, you know, you do your best, to talk to others, to do things, you know, to come on the camera and to do all these things. And when you're out and about walking, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and you do your best. Anyway, just to let you know, there seems to be more now. You know, I've been talking about this because I do like to give an update, my delicious little babies. There seems to be more now where they really do not want to even look at my boat race. No, there we are, no. Do you see what I mean? These are the same ones that I was telling about the old jab, 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 jibby jab. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Do you see? And now they're not even wanting to look at my boat race. Do you see? There we are. You see? And again, that's so sad, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to treat them any differently. I mean, I feel so sorry and I feel upset for them at the decision that they made at the time, the choice. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, some had a choice and for others, you know, it was put by our putrid governments that they never had a choice, you know, so unless they kept their job. Do you see what I mean? In order to keep their job, sorry, they'd have to get the old jab, jab, jab. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But, you know, the way that I see things, my delicious little babies, I don't feel bad anyway, you know, I'll just carry on walking. Doesn't bother me at all. Do Do you see, I wanted to mention it. There's a reason why I'm mentioning it, my delicious little babies, because for some of you, delicious little babies out there, you know, you may be experiencing or will experience what I have experienced. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. So that's the only reason why I say it, you know. It's like how one's personality, there we go, change. Do you see? It's like because they just did not want to listen at the start. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's like there's nothing you could say or do that could change their minds. Do you see? And that's just so very, very, very sad. Do you see? But we have a lot more rights. You know, I've been saying this a month, you know, and anyway, I've known long time. Flip it, yes, I have. You know, we have so many more rights, and I'm really pleased with Richard Verbs, actually, because when I first looked at him, he was on 40-odd thousand, but now he's on 119. Well done to Richard Verbs, okay, and for getting really good guests on, okay, and whoever I listen to, whether they have guests or whether they do not have guests, okay, the fact is, they're all super duper wonderful. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. And of course, for some out there, you know, they've been, you know, a joy to listen to. There we go, a joy to watch. Do you see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, let's face it, we're in a very bonkers and crackers and crazy world, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But yes, we have so many rights. There we go. That's, you know, I've been done saying it. How long? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but what it is, because out there it's like you've been taught to like tour the line. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. At the end of the day, no. And really, this is the other way around, because we are the marvellous, all of us, my delicious little babies, and the putrid governments and the putrid who run them, yes, they are lower ranked than us. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But, you know, I mean, and I was listening to part of this interview with our Richard Verbs, not in that way, my delicious little babies, and this dear lady, you know, and it's like, they were talking about the old muzzles, you know, just a short part, okay, about that. And, I mean, since when, this is how I saw it all, my delicious little babies, from the start. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. You know, why must somebody tell you to muzzle up? Do you see? I said on my videos months ago, and I did say, I said, you know, my dear mother, oh God bless your beautiful dear soul, dear little mama bear, you know, and my dad, okay, they gave me the breath of life, not to cover this. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, it's knowing what your rights are. And like, even for a lot of the like police officers and everything like that, because officers, and I've been saying this, I said this how many months ago, right? You've got a police officer and you've got a police constable. Now, the police constable, which I knew all this, but it's refreshing when you listen to a video like this, okay, that I can mention, which gets even more talking. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but I always have been done saying it how long ago? Months. Do you see what I mean? The difference is, when you've got a police officer to a police constable, the police constable is there to serve us, okay? So very pleasant, very nice. And I remember this because I'm 50 this year, okay? And I remember the old bill years ago, you know, even back to when I was, 10 years old. And they were completely different, okay, to what they are now and over the decades. You see, now you're dealing with a lot of bullies. There we are. You're dealing with a hell of a lot of bullies. And a lot of them, okay, and this has been noted over the decades, you know, where it's got out, that the missus is up. Yes. And the army ones, I mean, do you know what I'm saying? I'm just done telling it the way it is, my delicious little babies. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes. But what did I get? They get a Tap on the hand. Naughty, naughty. Do not do that again. Do you see what I'm saying to you when the missus is walking round with flipping black eyes and broken ribs? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm really passionate about that flipping subject. I am flipping domestic violence, my delicious babies. Yes, I flipping damn well am. And none of that should take place, whether it's a man doing it or a woman. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, but I do understand. I mean, there was one woman. I'll go back to that in a moment. But just talking about this, so the police constable is somebody who will listen to you and just say, okay, and be very reasonable. It's completely different, my delicious little babies. Yes, the police officer works for the corporation, okay? So they feel that they can just go down, go around, and just do what the hell they like. And that's not swearing again, do you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, it's not swearing, right? And then they feel that they can just do whatever they like. I mean, I've seen how many videos now, I've lost count, of how much of the old bill that go round. I mean, they're kicking people down, they're boxing them in the face, they're doing all sorts. Do you see what I mean? Since when is a police constable supposed to do that? No, but so it all changed. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And this is just all about enforcing more control. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. But I just have a real strong feeling in this, this 3 years, okay? I mean, like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, very sadly, we cannot help some. They're past the point, there we go, of no return. We cannot help them. It doesn't matter what we say, what we do, nothing. Okay, just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. So you cannot help them, which of course then you've got the others where, they're stirring, they're waking up. So I would say that this is far more, before I even say it, far more of an awakening. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Do you see what I'm saying? So really it's working the opposite way, okay? But, in our neck of the woods in the old UK, in Brummyland, okay, well, they're not putting up with the shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And what they're wanting to dish out. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And you're going to have some mighty peed off in Birmingham. There we go, let me tell you. In my neck of the woods, in the old UK. Do you see what I mean? Like there's some places you just wouldn't want to walk down the street, my little lovelies. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And that's the way it is. So, I feel that they're going to have far more of a job on their hands. And anyway, yes, and anyway, just to say, they're not going to win this war. I mean, I did a very short little video yesterday with my beautiful and delicious little Maisie Mood, because I've got my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, but did just a short video. I said, about, we're going to win the war, which I already know we are anyway, but what she did, because I know my beautiful little babies, yes, she moved in a certain way and then she went, and I knew, she said to me, because when I listen to videos, my delicious little babies, right, just put you in a picture here. My little babies, they're so beautiful and delicious, right? They react, so you can see the facial expressions and everything, okay? And with certain videos, you have their eyes going up, and then my beautiful and delicious little Maisie Moo, she then, hops on where I'm sat. Do you see what I mean? And then she's either rubbing the dog and burn, or she's, rubbing her head on me. Do you see what I'm saying? Or her body, yes, so she's letting me know. You see, they're very clever, beautiful little animals and beautiful little birdies and other creatures, great and small. Yes, there we are. They're so clever. Do you know what I mean? And of course, a lot of, we've been taught to flipping, not like this animal, not like that animal, not like this, creature, great and small. Do you see what I'm saying to you? It's all, everything what they've done is fear-based, but the more and more and more now who are waking up to this shite, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and they realise that, life and what's happened and everything, that things are just illusions and all these different things. There we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. That, like I said, this war's already, there we go, already won. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? And months and months and months ago, because this came back into my old noddle, when I said there's two, those, ruling, you know, who are running the world, but there's 2 out of how many, yes, where they're not a liking what's being done. Even they do not like it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So that's what, there we go, that's what I'm done saying there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But of course, if you go back decades ago, you know, it's like you could control the masses, but now, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, look what's going on in France. My delicious little babies have been talking about France. I mean, they do not flipping ramp. And flipping good on them. Good on you, France. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, you got flipping fires here, fires there. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not inciting violence or anything. What I'm saying is you know, they clearly do not like the government and what the government's saying. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so of course, you know, the thing, it does get out of hand, but at the end of the day, they've got to stand the ground. And this is what I do believe, you know, it's taking a while, but it's like it's simmering. Do you know what I'm saying to you? You know, when something's simmering, you know, it's like you bring it to the boil, you simmer it. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, so it's simmering until it goes woof. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, anyway, just let me get back to, just before I leave my camera, okay, to you all. Because I do talk about different things, you know what I mean? I was looking at this, please excuse me, just another sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. I was looking at this woman so many months ago now, and she'd suffered, before I even say years, decades of abuse from her husband, right? Till in the end, and this was in our neck of the woods in the old UK, not in Birmingham, but another part of the UK, yes. And, well, anyway, she killed him, yeah. She killed him. And what she actually did was she actually called the old bill, yes. She called the old bill and she said, I've killed my husband. That's what she said. What delicious little babies. Okay? So they came out. Well, as we know, it's, you know, 2 by 2. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You don't just get 2, you get, you know, how many? I mean, these days, I mean, how many does it take just to go and arrest one man or woman? Do you know what I mean? It's like you got flipping 10, haven't you? Anyway, there we go. So they came out and, you know, just, you know, and she said where he was. Do you see what I mean? But she was done saying it and it was all recorded. She said, well, she said if he wasn't quite finished off, she said, I'd go back and finish the job. I mean, I'm not laughing, but what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies, can you see? Now, for that poor woman, she'd be classed as a crazy. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but nobody lived her life behind closed, there we go, behind closed doors. So nobody's seen all of the abuse, there we go, that she suffered. Do you see? Well, anyway, as it turns out, she did, you know, she did kill him. So he's no longer breathing. Do you know what I mean? And she was not remorseful one bit. Because she'd suffered, I think it's about 30 years she'd been with him, yes. And of course she was frightened to leave because of the threats that he made. You know, you just had a little snippet into her life, if you know what I mean. So she was afraid to leave. And plus the fact she had nowhere to go. She had no ka-ching, she had no cash or anything. And of course, when you're in that situation, and this is something else I want to discuss, my delicious little babies. Now, I've happened over my decades, okay, to know this from doing readings face-to-face and over the phone, okay, that there's, you know, in the end, whoever's in an abusive relationship, what happens is, say if they've got friends, do you know what I mean, like someone you can talk to or a family member or something like that if they're blessed, okay? And 9 times out of 10, there we go, they are blessed, okay? But when you got family members and friends and they're all saying the same thing, we'll just leave, or just, do you know what I mean? Or come to us, we'll help you, or something like that, okay? You've got some situations where, you know, even if they do leave for a couple of days, you see what I mean? But then you've got others where it's backwards and forwards. Do you see what I mean? Till in the end, your secure network around you starts to get, well, should we just say mighty peed off, my delicious little babies? And the reason why they get mighty peed off is because they can see as an outsider what's going on. Can you see what I mean? And how this one can free themselves. There we are. I mean, there are occasions, like I've said on another video, where very sadly, well, as you know, you've got two hopes, Bob hope and no effing hope. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That was not what I said on my video, I just worded it differently, okay? But, you know, till in the end, then their network, there we go, if I even say it, dwindles. Do you see what I mean? So you start out like this and then you end up like this. Do you see? Because it's like everybody's hearing the same old story time and time and time again. Do you see? So, yeah, but that woman, yes. I mean, there was another woman else in, oh gosh, this was years ago. It's still on YouTube, actually, I do believe. And, oh my life, the bruises, well, you couldn't even see her face. And her husband, and I've got to be honest, the old Bill were trying to help your woman there. There we go, they really were, you know. But, of course, she was in a separate room and she was absolutely flipping terrified. Do you understand what I mean? And her husband, even in front of the old Bill, was still threatening her from a different room that he'd kill her. Do you see what I'm saying? And the thing is, I mean, he used to flipping beat her up just to, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, just use an example. I'm just using an example now because it's been so long ago, there we go, since I've watched it, right? Even if you got a flipping spoon in the wrong place, do you understand what I mean? So it's like he takes it upon himself to flipping bang her and deck her. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? Anyway, well, in the end, she'd been with him for decades as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and he just thought that was all right, just to beat her up, just on a day. I mean, I'm talking, my delicious little babies, on a daily basis. I mean, broken this, broken that, broken this. Do you see what I'm saying? Broken that, okay? But she did leave, and then I seen at the very end of the video where, yes, so she was on her own. But, no, she, you know, it never stopped her. She was happy to be on her own for that length of time, yes, but it never stopped her. She said, well, you know, if I met another man, you know, maybe one day I will. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but because of what she'd gone through, she just said, oh, do you know what I'm saying to you? Yes, oh gosh, God bless her, what she went through. Do you see what I'm saying? It was flipping horrific. I wish I remembered the video, you know. I'll have to try and find it and then I'll tell you all, my delicious little babies, yes, because this is the thing, you know, you've got ones out there, yes, who just get frustrated, well, with many things, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and it goes on. And, you know, somebody could be as nice as Pa. You could see them, you could wave to them, you could say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You could be so pleasant to them, yes, and they'll be so pleasant back. But behind closed doors, they're flipping, beating the flipping hell out of their boyfriend, girlfriend or husband, there we go, or wife. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Anyway, something's making me say this anyway, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So yes, please, if you could have a listen to our Richard Verbs, not in that way, my delicious little babies, and that dear lady, because, you know, she's saying in the way that she was taught, you know, it's all completely wrong. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? It's like they miss a lot of parts out, shall we say? But that's what happens with the universities, with the colleges, with everything. It's like, you know, you've got to be trained, there we go, if I even say it again, trained a certain way. You see? But when ones understand out there that we've got so much more freedom, there we go. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but because we've always had this fear, you know, this is what... it's like when you've had it for so many years, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it is similar actually. It may not be physical, but it's similar. Well, it has been with the old jab, 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 hasn't it? When they're physically put their flipping hands on you. Yes, it flipping well has, right? And I do not forgive and I don't care what anyone tells me. You know, they could say to the blue in the face, no, I do not forgive anything. I refuse to forgive. Okay? I flipping damn well refuse. Do you know what I mean, what they've done to the beautiful, dear, delicious little babies out there? Sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It's flipping disgusting. Okay, anyway, I have my own views. And to be quite honest with you, my delicious little babies, because I have to be careful what I say. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, in certain videos I can keep up and others not. But what I'm saying to you is this. I would deal with things in a different way. There we go. I would deal with things in a different way. Wouldn't have all this shite anyway. Put it that way. And if you had a flipping 100 of me, well, let me tell you. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there are a flipping 100 of me. Not exactly like me, no. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, I mean, with features and birth rates and all different things. I know what I'm talking about. And any delicious and beautiful little babies out there will get me. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. It's just gone super duper bright then, hasn't it? When I just said that, okay? There's no sunshine. In fact, it's going darker. So I must be saying something correct. Thank you, beautiful dear spirit. Okay? Because they're always in the room with me anyway. But yeah, so that's really all that I wanted to say, really. My delicious little babies. Now, some of you might see me as just rambling on, you know. And of course, you know, one more thing, you know, again, we're hearing more and more and more and more. What's coming out? There we go. What's coming out? Do you see what I mean? Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I mentioned that on another one of my videos, led by donkeys. Oh, I love beautiful little donkeys, okay? Led by donkeys on YouTube. And I did write it down, actually. It was 40... I think it was on 44.5 it was on. It's now on 51.3, last time I looked. Okay, anyway, just see. Well, I can't find it now, my delicious face. I mean, when you've got this amount of flipping books galore, do you see what I'm saying? To my delicious face, yeah? So I'm really pleased to see the numbers going up, because at the end of the day, you know, you are getting those out there who are, you know, listening, paying attention more now. Do you see what I mean? Like I said, there's certain who you cannot help for love and money, but there's other delicious little babies who you can help. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, and they are waking up to the fact of this shite what seems to have been inflicted on us so many decades. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But we have to go back to the time. I'm just going to close my book. We have to go back to the time, my delicious little babies, okay, where, you know, we take our power back and we do it flipping damn well, flipping big time, bang, bang, bang. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? I mean, I do not mean a gun in that way, you know, like bang, 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 meaning that, you know, you deal with it, 1, 2, 3, you know, bish, bash, bong. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? No messing? Because this is what, you know, because this is what's happened, isn't it? Yes? Because they've had so much control, okay, those and the putrid little lackeys for too long. So this is where it's got to end now, okay? And my videos, well, I probably won't get many views. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm putting my videos out anyway, my delicious little babies. Do you understand what I mean? Some may want to listen, some may not. But please bear in mind what I said at the beginning. And at the beginning, I said, well, you know, it's showing up that I've got no views. Well, that's a flipping porcupine. That's a lie. Because I have got views. Do you see what I'm saying? But you see how they're operating now? Do you see? And even there's another one who, because I advertise on YouTube sorry, they have videos on YouTube and they have videos on a BitChute as well. What was it? Not that I'm advertising them, I'm just saying, sweet the Lotus Eaters. Anyway, well, they've been demonetised by YouTube. Just put a short video. They've been demonetised. And they never even said anything wrong. Do Do you see what I mean? So, at the end of the day, can you see what's happening, my delicious little babies? Yes, but they're losing the power. There we go. They're losing the power. Yes. Do you see? So we just got to keep rowing. Just keep rowing the boat. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, there we go. Do you see? And we, you know, we'll get there. We will. It's just in the meantime, we're having to watch the flipping shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And all the pieces of shite who seem to think that they're superior. There we go, to us. They're not superior at all. They're a piece of shite. They all sold their souls to the devil. There we go, they're scum. They're greedy, filthy, dirty scum. That's what they are, my delicious little babies. And I say, and by the way, my delicious little babies, in case you're all wondering, if somebody was in front of me, the putrid governments or anything, I'd be done telling them, big time, what they are. There we go. Do you see what I mean? It's nothing that I wouldn't say to their bird traces. Because they're just scum. And they walk around suited and booted, thinking that they're the Don, that they can flipping do this to us. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, their time is coming, my delicious little, there we go. Their time is coming, my delicious little babies, yes, because the tables are turning. And there's more and more and more, like I said before, and I'm saying it again, are flipping waking up, there we go. Do you see? Let's see what's going to happen then, shall we? Yes? But like I say, all of a sudden, you'll find that our UK, all of a sudden, they'll, you know, grow a pair, get a backburn. You know what I mean? And get it flipping dealt with. Do you know what I mean? More should really be following flipping France. Yes. Do you know what I mean? They should be following the footsteps. Do you see? And run out the flipping piece of shite. Sorry. That's, you know what I mean? Because eventually, and even with that Macron, you know, even though he's like, oh, this, that and the other, you know, in France, yes. But I bet you he's as scared, there we go, scared as anything. Do you understand? There we go. Do you see what I'm saying? Because he knows if the French, his population got hold of him, let me tell you. So I'd say that you've got quite a few now, you know, they might be smiling and everything, we'll see. Do you see what I'm saying to you? We'll see, we'll see. You know, we'll all wake up one morning and all flipping hell's broke loose, and that's not swearing once again. My delicious babies, there we go. And all hell's broke loose, flipping everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Because no one's just going to keep putting up with this shite. No, they're not. You know what I mean? To take away everybody's freedoms. They can F off nicely. That's what I've got to say. Anyway, so until my next video, thank you so very much. You know, I'm a woman with a view. I'll say what I've got to say. And if others do not like, well, they're not a liking. It's not my problem, is it? Do you know what I mean? I just say it the way it is. And there we go. And if more were to do that, okay, then life would be grand, wouldn't it? And stop giving in to all the fear. That's really important now. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you want to delicious babies? Yes? Because that's what they're fed off. Yes? Do you see? But once they see that there's too many and things have not gone quite the way they wanted it to go, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, very sadly, God bless the beautiful dear baby souls who have very sadly lost their lives through this. But, you know, but hopefully, like I say, and we will get justice for them as well. Do you see what I'm saying? By standing up and putting these pieces of shite in their place. Okay? So until my next video, sending you so much love, my delicious little babies. Please continue to feel the love, okay? And please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to any dear family members, to some family members, some friends, some work colleagues, and please show them the love. And please tell them that they're beautiful, wonderful, juicy and delicious, and that you love them so, okay? So thank you once again for listening, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just I have my say. I'm completely different now when I come off the camera, okay? So you just take care, my delicious little babies. Not meaning that I take back anything I say, because I do not, okay? What I mean is that, you know what I mean? I just do, you know, other things, okay? So until my next video, my delicious little babies, so much love. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.